First, just wanted to I appreciate our student section and our fans who were here. I thought they did a really good job supporting and cheering for us from beginning to end. So our players, we recognize that, we appreciate that, and just a little disappointed that we couldn't give a better showing for our home fans. But give South Dakota State credit. Did a really good job of attacking inside out, and they did a really good job of getting to the free throw line. I think they capitalized 33 points off the free throw line. So we got to do a better job defensively of showing our hands and moving our feet so that we're not putting the opponent to the free throw line so much.
How tough is it to establish any momentum when you have so many guys who are in and out of the lineup, whether due to foul trouble or just not playing well, and mixing and matching what they're trying to do against you?
Yeah, it's a big part of the flow and the continuity. Basketball is a rhythm game, and when our players are not in a position to get their rhythm offensively or defensively, it makes it for a long afternoon. And we had several players with 2 fouls, and even D'Angelo came in off the bench, and he had 3 fouls in the first half. So we were into our bench a little early, but give them credit. They kept attacking inside, and that's why they're a very, very good ball club, very experienced ball club, and we just got to keep working to get better.
What's a way to counter their speed, especially their on-the-ball guards? Because it seemed like those guys, a lot of those fouls were just coming with them just beating guys one-on-one, and either a big guy stepping over a step late or dishing off to a guy and getting there, the help getting there late.
Right. There's 2 or 3 ways that you can play the ball screen, and we were trying to hedge hard early, and I thought we had some success with that. And they were kicking it. They really hurt us in transition, to be quite honest, and they capitalized off of our turnovers. If you look at it, they had 26 points off of our turnovers, so that had a lot to do with it. But the pick and roll is a tough. It's tough to call because there's going to be some contact, and I think our guys got in a situation where they didn't want to foul, and their guards are really quick, and they did a really good job going downhill. So, and then obviously you have your most experienced players on the sideline with 2 fouls. So you're really on the job training with Brandon and Jalen Morgan, who are freshmen and still learning our defensive schemes and how to defend pick and roll, which is tough for experienced players, let alone 2 freshmen out there trying to do it.
What were they able to do against you guys defensively to really kind of limit looks? Was it just being physical, or because shots just weren't going down? I mean, you guys were getting good looks around the basket, they just weren't falling.
Yeah, I think that's it. I just think it's you have to make shots in this game. There's no mistake about that. And we was 22 for 59. I thought we got looks at the rim. I thought we got good looks at 17 feet. Some open threes that didn't go down, that normally go down. And I think once Jalen Chapman had 2 fouls in the first half, and Tate had 2 fouls. We did get a little jump shot happy, but and we actually tried to throw it inside to Brandon a little bit too. So we were still trying to stick to the game plan, inside-outside attack. We just weren't making shots. I don't think it was a lot to do what they were doing. They're a sound team defensively. They're quick. They're experienced. But I thought we got good shots inside and out.
You knew they would cause trouble with you on the boards, and they out-rebound you guys 48-27. Any thoughts on the way you guys rebounded the ball?
Yeah, that's disappointing. It's very disappointing because we knew that going in that this was going to be a situation where we have to block out. And I said before the game, if you can't get the ball, just make sure your man can't get the ball. And, they take a lot of threes. On the average, I believe they average 21 three-point field goal attempts per game. So we knew there was going to be some long shots, long rebounds. And most of those were 50-50 balls. And we were right there, and they beat us. They won that battle on the boards, and obviously the 50-50 balls.
What was your defensive game plan on Mike Dom? What was your process of trying to limit him and what he can do?
Yeah, I thought we can make him catch it out further. If he's trying to, you can let him get deep post position, any post player for that matter, not just him. But we never want him to get deep post position, and he's such a pretty good shooter from the outside. We want to make sure when we hedge, we didn't hedge too much because they'd like to throw it back to him for a shot. But once we got in a situation where we had to mix and match our double team and really try to mix it up a little bit because they have 4 shooters around him, so it's hard to double team off that. You almost have to pick your poison and make them miss. So it was a combination of double team and walling up and pushing him further off the block, but give him credit, he got deep post position and was able to make some shots over us.
Stensgaard falling on his shoulder, anything that you want to say about that?
Well, it's a tough situation for him right now. I think he's in a lot of pain. He's going to be reevaluated Monday by our physician and our medical staff, and we'll go from there.
2 games left, obviously must win for you guys. What do you do from now until Thursday to get ready for Fort Wayne?
Well, we got to look at the film and we got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, this is a situation where we have to come out fighting day by day and game by game, possession by possession, and we know we have it in us. We just have to apply what we know for 40 minutes, and these next 3 days in practice, we really got to challenge ourselves to be ready for Thursday. Another tough team coming in.
What were they able to do, especially on the offensive end? It seemed like they got a lot of stuff going to the basket today, and especially took advantage of you guys getting into foul trouble early.
Yeah, that was definitely a big thing. Like 4 of us had 2 fouls in the first half, so we had to sit. And they got to the basket a lot, and their bigs were finishing a lot, pretty much everything around the basket, and we fouled them, and they got to the free throw line and made the free throw. So
Did that kind of affect your guys' strategy with the early foul trouble you guys were in?
Yeah, got us in rotation, honestly. We got smaller, basically guards now, coming out to guard their bigs. So, and then they got in foul trouble too. So we were really deep in our bench. Foul trouble was definitely key tonight.
That's really kind of affected you guys the last couple games. Is that just not being able to adjust to the way games are being called, or have you noticed games maybe being called a little tighter recently?
we knew going into this year that they were going to call it tighter. That's just on us to adjust to the refs and keep our hands off people.
Defensively, they really limited you guys, especially early in the game. Did you guys just kind of keep growing patient against them? Was there too much forcing stuff or one-on-one? Or what were they able to do to really kind of isolate it and really shorten possessions against you guys?
They just really packed it in. Had a good ball screen help, but the main thing, they just really packed it in and made us swing the ball, get it deep into the shot clock. And you got it deep into the shot clock, it's kind of hard to get a shot, or where we turned the ball over didn't help either.
Do you guys think you settled for jump shots as the game kind of, as they started to get up into double digits? Do you think you guys started to settle a little bit more for jump shots?
I mean, that's what they were giving us, honestly. When teams pack it in like that, they're banking on you to shoot. They're not going to think that you're going to shoot the mid-range or the 3. They're banking on you attacking the basket. So that's playing off, daring us basically to shoot.
How tough is it to really establish any kind of continuity or flow when you're having to sub in guys in so much and you can't really get a standard lineup of 5 guys that can stay on the floor regularly?
Yeah, it's pretty tough, especially with some people that don't play as much minutes usually. It's tough to get a flow, and but we just needed to move the ball a little better and play inside out a little more, because we did settle, I think, for some jump shots when we didn't need to. But that's what they gave us, so we had to take it. So.
You guys just had 1 assist in the first half. Was that just kind of like the way SDSU was defending you? That you guys couldn't, really move the ball around very much?
We just got to make shots.
2 to go, both at home, obviously must-win spots for you guys. So what do you do to kind of regroup and get ready for Fort Wayne on Thursday?
We just got to take it one game at a time. We got to worry about IPFW next, because obviously they're number 1 in the league, and it's going to be a tough one too. So you just got to take it one game at a time, and we need a little assistance from smaller teams as well. So.